morning, squad. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to MadMizzy Sports Morning Show, presented by MizzyWorld Entertainment, hosted by yours truly, MizzyWorld. Oh man, we got to start it off with the woman, the myth, the legend, Serena Williams. What another epic performance to add to her catalog of epic performances throughout her career. Oh my goodness, man. I don't remember the last time I watched a Serena Williams match, but to see her out there yesterday at almost 41 years old go up against the number 2 player in the world and perform the way she did, not only just overall, but specifically in that last set when she lost, she got dominated in that second set after she won the first set. So it came down to the last set. She lost the second set 6-2, and she dominated the last set to win the match 6-2. She dominated that match, and it was amazing to see her do it at that age, to exert so much passion, so much joy, so much emotion, to see the stars that she brought out, from Spike Lee out there, Tiger Woods out there. You feel what I'm saying? It was just amazing to see how the world gravitated to see this woman perform again, and she showed up and put on a show as she usually does, man. It was amazing. And her post interview was just, it's really how the commentator said what adds to her aura is just her personality, how she exerts so much confidence that she exerts it in you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I remember the reporter said, "Are you surprised by your performance?" Because Serena Williams has played in 6 matches this year since she's came back, and she's played bad. This has been her best performance probably in years. You get what I'm saying? And she said, huh? Like she didn't hear. So the reporter said it again, and she just looked at her, because it was like, I'm Serena. This is what I do. You get what I'm saying? When you're a champion, you don't back down. You don't fold. This is your last run. You go out on top. You go out with your best. You go out like Kobe, dropping 57 and a win, hitting a game-winning jump shot. You get what I'm saying? What's the odds of her pulling it off and winning the U.S. Open this year? I'm going to say pretty good. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, this is coming down to be her last run on the tour. You get what I'm saying? She's probably not going to play in another U.S. Open. It would be beautiful to see her end it where she started it, on top. I'm going to lean a lot on the commentators because I don't know the game of tennis that much. I don't know the ins and out that much. It's just very entertaining to me. So when I'm hearing the commentators say she's looking strong, she's looking like the old Serena, and of course, to anybody that knows that, that means she's the favorite. You get what I'm saying? That's Serena Williams, the GOAT. I love the hoodie that she had on, and she always puts on a show with her uniform and her sneakers. It's just beautiful the way she brought such showmanship to the game of tennis from a woman's perspective. And like I said, being a black woman in a predominantly white male sport, to accomplish what she's accomplished is astonishing. Congratulations, Queen. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. You better get that dub. You got to take it to the finals, babe. You feel what I'm saying? But let's move on to the NFL, man. Everybody's down to, like I said, the 53-man minimum roster, or maximum roster. Maximum amount of players you can carry into game day is 53 man. So everybody's down to game day roster. And with that being said, a lot of moves have happened yesterday. Let's start off with the big move of the Eagles trading first-round wide receiver Jalen Reagor to the Minnesota Vikings. Whoa. When I seen that, I was completely shocked. For one, why would you send him to the same team that drafted the better receiver after you, to pair up with the same receiver that y'all should have drafted instead of Jalen Reagor? That is just mind-boggling. Now, it wasn't this coaching staff. I don't think it was this general manager and all that. You get what I'm saying? So they have no ties to that. But I think they got a 7th-round pick or something like that. So to have Jalen Reagor as their 4th option, and he's still a return man. So I like that move for the Vikings. I'm assuming that the Eagles got something in plan, or they see something from some other wide receivers. But I hope they're not just expecting, you know what I'm saying, Jalen Hurts to be feeding A.J. Brown like he Devontae Adams or something. I hope they don't think that. So it's going to be interesting to see how it works out in Philadelphia moving forward. But for the Vikings, I like that move very much. Didn't give up too much and got a lot back in actuality. But moving on to some even more surprising news to me. I'm driving around and I see this news come through on my phone. I'm like, whoa, wow. How did this happen? Trey Sermon waived by my San Francisco 49ers? When we drafted Trey Sermon in the 3rd round last year, I was so hyped because this dude was just utterly destroying my Michigan Wolverines defense throughout college football that year. So when I seen my Niners get him, I knew he was a downhill runner. He could hit that hole. He's a hard runner. I'm like, oh, he gonna fit in our system perfectly. He gets hurt last year. Elijah Mitchell comes out of nowhere. I'm assuming he didn't come back and have a great camp this year. And then from what I was hearing, they were saying that he wasn't hitting the hole that much. He was trying to bounce it a lot. So it's hard, man. It was just a shock to me to see such a big name, such a predominant name, such a productive player in big-time college football be waived in just his 2nd year when he didn't really have a chance in his 1st year. That's just shocking to me, but it shows what the NFL is. You get what I'm saying? And this, whoever takes advantage of that opportunity. And I think the fact that we kept Jimmy G, we got Jimmy Ward on IR, so he was just like, hey, listen, I feel like we probably wanted to, but he didn't show enough to make us say, hey, listen, we got to keep him. It's almost like he was expendable and he got expended. So it's a shock to me to see Elijah Mitchell, who was our 6th round draft pick last year, be our featured back coming into this year. And we are waiving our 3rd round running back that came from Ohio State, Trey Sermon. Shocking. Utterly shocking. You get what I'm saying? But let's move on into the NBA. Not too much news really going on in the NBA. Montrezl Harrell had his felony charge of marijuana reduced down to a misdemeanor charge of marijuana, which he pled guilty to. Won't face too much time, so I'm assuming that situation is going to be all panned out. I just got to say, why are y'all riding around? Like, what are y'all doing that y'all getting for one pulled over? They searching your will and finding pounds in the will. Where you going? You need pounds, bro. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't got no weed at that crib. A half ounce ain't gonna do. An ounce ain't gonna do for the day. Like, come on. I just don't get where y'all be going that y'all be needing so much gank. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't put yourself in that position, man, to lose astronomical generational money over being cool or being down. Don't do it. Just don't. But moving on, I want to speak on the Pro-Am and summer leagues that have gotten so much buzz this year. Is this a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA? I say this because you look at it as good because they're staying active. They're adding a little more intrigue to the game of basketball because you got a little more build up. You looking at Trae Young and Steph Curry play together. You looking at Kyrie and KD playing and Harden and KD and Kyrie playing in summer leagues together. You got LeBron James and Jason Tatum playing together with Chet Holmgren. And let's get to it. Chet Holmgren, the top pick for the Oklahoma City Thunder this past year, getting hurt, out for the season with a Liz Frank foot injury. That is major. But I don't think it's something to say it's a negative deterrence to have players play in these Pro-Am summer leagues. Because for one, basketball players play basketball. Regardless, you know anybody that play ball is really life. They play ball every day. You feel what I'm saying? What you think them NBA players do? You feel what I'm saying? Aside from, like, they are getting up 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s, 5-on-5s. You feel what I'm saying? They getting runs in all the time. So there's no way you can stop that. But I do see where the Pro-Ams could be a little bit more dangerous, especially you think about major stars like Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Trae Young playing in these zones. If somebody major get hurt, it's going to get shut down real fast. You get what I'm saying? If somebody like LeBron James or Steph Curry get that Liz Frank in a summer league game or something like that, Trae Young, Kyrie, KD, Jason Tatum, hey, listen, we can't have y'all out there, you know what I'm saying, playing with these delivery men and YouTubers risking injury. they don't get paid what you paid, and we're not investing in them like we're investing in you. You get what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be good, and I think it's going to stay good. I think those injuries are going to stay down because really it's just to put on a show. People don't play too much defense on 5-on-5s anyway. You get what I'm saying? Chet Holmgren just slender as hell. He got to put more weight on. I think it's more of a negative thing to Chet that he got hurt, because you even look at the play, it wasn't like he got ran over or nothing like that. It's like, come on, bro, put some weight on, man. You know what I'm saying? Put some weight on. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, I think the Pro-Am and Summer Leagues are a very good thing for the NBA. Hey, had us basketball all year round. You feel what I'm saying? So it's Thursday. We got all top 25 opponents in action on Saturday for college football. So, hey, Mizzy, what's your top matchup this weekend in college football? Well, we got Oregon versus Georgia. Everybody know Georgia's my most intriguing team that I'm keeping my eye on because I want to see how they bounce back this year. But I got to see how that team in Ohio does against Notre Dame, prime time, Saturday night, 7:30. Just to see how they bounce back. That team in Ohio, which I'm not going to say their name. Matter of fact, I'm going to say their name because I'm not an alumni of the University of Michigan. But I am a University of Michigan fan. But Ohio State starts off kind of slow college football-wise. Like, they have a history of dropping a game early. One of those first 3 games, last year they lost to Oregon, I think week 2 or week 3. You get what I'm saying? Got punched in the mouth in Ohio State, actually. And then you look like a few years ago, they lost to Virginia Tech when they had Terrell Pryor and all that. Like, they would lose games when they're favorited or they suspected to come in and run the table. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they use that loss to Michigan last year. Yeah, that loss to the Michigan Wolverines last year to fuel their comeback this year and have a dominant run. So I'm very interested to see how that pans out and how CJ Stroud actually plays in that game. I'm not sure if it's in Notre Dame or in Ohio. I think it's in Notre Dame. But yeah, that's my top matchup for Saturday night. Let me know what your top matchup is. But the last thing before I move on, boxing. Let's talk about Nico Ali Walsh. How good can this kid really be? Why are we talking about Nico Ali Walsh, Mizzy? He is the nephew of the GOAT, Muhammad Ali. And he is 6-0 right now with 5 knockouts. Last knockout, I think he hit dude with a body shot combo. The youngin' got skills. Now, of course, he has to get a lot better. He's playing against C average competition right now. And when you talk about the weight division that he's in, that's A+ territory that he's going to get up to as far as the higher echelon if he wants to go for a title. So for me, he has to get a lot better. He has to get a lot sharper. I'm not sure how good his corner is, but you think about that championship DNA, that blood that's in him, what's expected of him, and him wanting that. I think he has superstar written all over him. I think he has superstardom written all over him. Get what I'm saying? Don't throw him into the wolves too soon before he's ready. But I think you give him, like, this is a 6th fight. I say by fight 15, 16, he should be ready for a title fight. You feel what I'm saying? He should be ready to step up and snatch one of those titles away. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Nico Ali Walsh's boxing career progresses further down the line and see if he could actually live up to that Ali last name. Y'all know what it is, man. MadMizzy Sports Morning Show, episode 4. Happy Thursday. Have a productive day. Don't get too crazy before the weekend. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that alert button. Y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all listen to the podcast too. This is on all podcast platforms. MizzyWorld Entertainment. Gang.